I want to tell you guys about last month we were in Jensen Beach, Florida. It's Hutchinson Island South. If you guys don't know about that place, it's gorgeous. It's just this little quiet island. It's near Fort Pierce, which honestly isn't the best place in Florida I've ever been, but you don't really need to go over to Fort Pierce that much. But this island, it's like on the A1A. It's gorgeous. Hi, I'm Kim Tolson and I'm the traveling therapist. It's my passion to teach therapists how to navigate online private practices and multiple income streams so they can travel the world. I'm a digital nomad with a virtual insurance-based private therapy practice and a multi-six-figure coaching business. I'm obsessed with entrepreneurship and developing tools that can help therapists live an adventurous lifestyle. In this podcast, I will discuss my journey as a digital nomad. I'll chat with other traveling therapists and help you navigate the complexities of running an online insurance-based practice. I'm so glad to have you with me on this journey. A big thank you to Superbill for sponsoring this episode of our show. Superbill supports you as a provider while making it easy for your clients to get money back for out-of-network care. They offer free benefits checks in real time, and when you sign up for an unlimited account, you receive a benefits estimator widget for your website, custom tailored to your practice. Learn more at thesuperbill.com/Kim Tolson. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Traveling Therapist Podcast. So this is my monthly update. This is month 8 of being a digital nomad, and it's been pretty interesting. I think I last left off, we were in Tobyhanna, Pennsylvania, which was just middle of nowhere. We did nothing. It was totally relaxed and chill. So we were supposed to leave Tobyhanna a week earlier than we did, but Hurricane Ian hit because we were headed down to Florida. We are basically wintering in Florida for the entire winter, and we're just going to a different beach every month and staying month to month right now. One, the Airbnbs are just so expensive right now. Inflation, I don't know, the fees, once you tack all that on to the end, these places are getting pretty pricey. I think I mentioned that last time. So we decided to go out month to month because you do get a huge discount if you book Airbnbs month to month. So for this entire winter, we had a place October, November, December. I think we have January and February booked. And then starting in March, we're going to start heading out west again. We've got a bunch of places we want to hit out there. So we're super excited about that. We haven't booked any Airbnbs or anything like that. I think that's going to be more sort of a, play it by ear. Are we ready to go, to the next place? Like there are a couple places we were like, okay, I want to see Roswell, New Mexico. And we were like, should we stay there for a week? And, I started Googling this, like, no, you could do Roswell in a day. So we're trying to figure out stuff like that. Like, how long do we really need to stay in these places that seem like fun landmarks, but, do you really want to be locked in somewhere like that for 2 weeks? And the answer for Roswell apparently is no. If you know differently, let me know. We definitely have a bunch of national parks we want to hit. So we're thinking for, starting in March and the entire summer and ending up back October, somewhere warm, we're just going to do all out west and the northwest, all those places up there, and come back through Montana and a couple of those states that we've never been to. So I'm pretty excited about that. So a side note from that, I'm doing a bunch of other traveling therapist stuff, which is so fun, to be able to just also travel like this, but then have trips within trips. So I'm going to, let's see, what do I have going on? End of November, I'm doing like a girls' business trip with some friends of mine. You might know Megan Smith-Gunnell. She runs the Thrive franchise, Thriving Therapist franchise. So we are, a bunch of us girls are going to go to Scottsdale, Arizona, and we're going to scout a couple of these really fancy properties for her Thrive Summit that's going to be coming up, in I guess this will be the 2024 Thrive Summit. So that should be a lot of fun. And it's a business write-off. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's going to be great. That's end of November. And then in January, I am going with my mom on a cruise. It's an 11-day cruise. I don't know, Mom, if you're listening, I hope we can stand each other for 11 days. in a little teeny room. I haven't told her this, but I did apply for an upgrade. When you book a cruise, they'll email you and say, hey, do you want to bid on an upgraded room? And they'll give you all these choices of nicer rooms, and you could basically say how much more you'd be willing to spend. So I never go over like the minimum, but I put a bunch in there. So maybe I'll get lucky and get the presidential suite. Wouldn't that be fun? Hey, Mom, if you're listening, yeah, that was going to be a surprise, but we're excited. So we're leaving out of Miami. We're going to go to, gosh, I guess it's Cozumel, which I've been to a couple times. Cozumel, and then Belize, and then the Caymans, and then Colombia, and then Panama. So I'm really excited about that. And then we come back up to Miami. So that should be fun. We're going on Norwegian. I got the highest internet upgrade, which, the couple of Norwegian cruises I've been on, the internet has been excellent when I did the like top tier package, except for when we went to Cuba, because once you hit like Cuban waters, there is no internet. So, I didn't really realize that when we went, but that's the case. When we went on Norwegian in Alaska, we had excellent internet. I was able to see clients, using my VPN from my room. I still worked during that trip. So that was pretty cool to be able to do that. So if you want to try to do that, get the highest package on these cruises. A lot of cruises offer you like 2 upgrades. So we get the alcohol package and the best internet. Maybe not the best combination, but that's what we do on these cruises. So I'm looking forward to that. My mom really likes cruises. She's older. She can't walk around a lot. So the fun little excursions in each of these places is good. We have fun doing that. So let's see. So as I was saying, we were in Tobyhanna, Pennsylvania, and Hurricane Ian hit down in Florida. So we were supposed to actually be down here that week that the hurricane hit. So that disrupted our plans. Luckily, the place in Tobyhanna let us extend our stay with them. So that was excellent that we were able to do that. So we were able to stay there. We didn't have to worry about finding somewhere to stay. And then we came on down over 2 days. We drove, I think it was 18 hours over 2 days, and got down here right as the hurricane was leaving down here. We did have a month booked in Sanibel, which is this gorgeous little island off the west coast of Florida, the Gulf Coast. We had that booked for a month in November, and of course, Sanibel got decimated in Ian, so we had to, it got canceled. We weren't able to go, so we had to kind of scramble and find the place that we're in right now, which is in Ormond Beach. It wasn't exactly where we chose to go, but it's nice. We're here, we're enjoying it. There's remnants of the storm here too. All of the walkways to go down to the beach, because the beach here is like down some dunes and you have to use a walkway to get down. They're all destroyed except for, I think there's 2. We were driving like along a 5-mile stretch, and there were only 2 that weren't destroyed during the storm that you could use to actually get down on the beach now. So that's pretty unbelievable how much damage that storm did. I still don't know how bad Sanibel is. I guess they're rebuilding, but as of right now, it's bad. It was bad, and we had to cancel, but whatever, at least we were safe and we found somewhere else to go. So that's the good news about that. So let's see, what do I want to tell you guys about? Last month, we were in Jensen Beach, Florida. It's Hutchinson Island South. If you guys don't know about that place, it's gorgeous. It's just this little quiet island. It's near Fort Pierce, which honestly isn't the best place in Florida I've ever been, but you don't really need to go over to Fort Pierce that much. But this island, it's like on the A1A. It's gorgeous over there. It's just super quiet. We had a Airbnb that overlooked the ocean for a month, and I realized that I'm really missing that. We had that for 2 years when we were living in Hollywood, and that's probably my favorite way to live in a place, is to have that ocean view like that, because it's just gorgeous to wake up to every day. I like to fish, and the view we had was like all these fishermen out on the beach. So I got a fishing pole, and I got my fishing license, and I got some stuff from Walmart, like all these different lures. And I went out and fished with the guys out there. It was really fun. I think I only caught like 3 fish total the whole time we were there, that whole month, but it's just really fun to just go out and throw your line in and see what you can catch. The guy next to me was just reeling them in, of course. Those of you that know me probably have heard of the Tolson curse, started by my father, who cannot catch a fish no matter where we are. And usually the boat breaks down, or there's some other crazy mishap that happens when the Tolsons try to go fishing. We're like notorious for not being able to catch fish. I don't know what the deal is with that. except for my sister Amy. She can catch pretty much anything. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. And I've got the fishing pole with me now that we're carrying around with us. So that reminds me, I should tell you guys what's going on with our car. So you might remember we have two vehicles. One is this little Z4 BMW two-seater convertible that we actually have been driving only since we started this 8 months ago. And we were just packing our stuff in this little teeny trunk, and we literally drove this car with the top down across the entire country and then back again. But we have another car in storage. It's an SUV. It's a Hyundai Santa Fe. It's Ken's car. We put it in storage down in Fort Lauderdale, and we were paying like $200 a month to keep it there. But when we came back to Florida, so we got a couple of messages from them, and one was the monkeys are damaging the cars, which you might remember my story about that. Apparently, right next door is the customs building at Fort Lauderdale Airport. And there's different stories, but one of the stories is years and years and years ago, some of the monkeys escaped from customs and they infested the woods there right next to this place where we're storing our cars. So occasionally the monkeys will come over and like damage the cars. So there was that note. And then there was also this note about rats at the storage unit. So we were like, oh my gosh. So luckily these places we're staying in all winter have space for two cars. So we went and got that car out of storage. And you guys, I didn't realize how little space we had. I mean, we were making it work, but we got this car and it's like, it feels like, I don't even know how to explain it. It feels so expansive. Like all of a sudden we have all this room to put all this stuff. And we've lovingly coined it the mobile storage unit because we just like crammed it full of stuff to take with us, stuff from our storage unit, our actual storage unit that we had just pushed in there when we decided to move and we hadn't even really gone through. But it's like all of a sudden I have room to like carry pots and pans, which is a big deal for somebody like me that has celiac disease. And
Hey, Morgan from Superbill here. You've told your clients that you're out of network and that you can give them a super bill, but what happens next? Dealing with insurance is the least favorite part of your job. It's one of the reasons you're a private pay provider, but you care about your clients and their ability to continue their care with you. Enter Superbill. We save you and your clients time and money with benefits checks, claim filing and tracking, denial resolution, and concierge support. Let us do the heavy lifting of navigating out-of-network benefits. Learn more at thesuperbill.com/Kim Tolson.
each of these kitchens we go to, I've got to like wash it down top to bottom, or I'm super sick from just trace amounts of gluten that are in these Airbnb kitchens. So I could take my own pots and pans. And it's like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden I have a pantry again full of spices and things I used to cook. My clothes, I had been just like carrying like this little bag full of clothes, like just recycling. And I just grabbed all of my stuff, all these clothes that I hadn't worn for almost a year. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that shirt. I love that shirt, or I love that dress, so I've expanded my wardrobe. I guess I was pretty used to what we're doing before, but now that we have more room, it's super exciting. And I think we've decided we're just going to keep both cars and drive both cars wherever we go, which I know seems crazy to take two cars across the country, but I think that's what we're going to do because we love both cars and we love having the space. So that's the plan right now. We're just going to drive these two cars. We're going to try to only go 3, 4, 5 hours between places. A lesson we've learned. Try not to book places that are 18 hours apart in the next day, because we've basically killed ourselves a couple times trying to make these drives work. So that's an edit we're going to be doing in the new year. So let's see, what else do I want to update you guys about? Oh, so, we eat out a lot on the road and I'm totally gaining weight. So we decided to start Weight Watchers. Ken's not really doing it anymore. He kind of got the idea of how it works. And I think he's sort of following it in his mind. But me, I'm trying to do the tracking and drink all the water and cut out the alcohol, all this stuff that I've been having at these restaurants that are contributing to my weight, trying to move more. So we got tennis rackets because we have room in our car now, so we can go play tennis and, walk on the beaches and all that stuff now that we're down here in these ocean towns that we've been living in. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. We've also, I think I've mentioned that a few times, we do go to Planet Fitness wherever we are, and we're doing weight workouts, But also now we're going to try to incorporate some more cardio and stuff like that to meet the Weight Watchers goals that I've set. And, I really like that. I like having a tracking system where you can keep up with everything and it sort of holds you more accountable. So that's where I am right now with that. And it's hard. I don't know if you guys struggle with that when you're traveling. Let me know how you deal with it. It's tough to not want to eat all these nice places and really, the meals that are so full of just calories because, it's like, oh my God, look what they have on the menu. And then if I find a place that's gluten-free and serves some kind of decadent thing that I haven't been able to eat before, I want to eat it. So it's not easy. Let me know. I'd love to hear your comments about that. Let me know what you're doing to stay on track while you're traveling. I know we had another episode where actually a dietitian came in and talked about that. So I need to go back and probably listen to that, remind myself of what she said. Okay, so what is going on? You guys know I talk about multiple income streams a lot, and I have 8 income streams that I've shared on here 1,000 times, but I've got courses, I've got a membership, I've got affiliate partnerships, I've got a directory for billers that, kind of pay to be on my membership, and I promote them because they're vetted and trusted. I've checked their references. So I've got that income stream. I've got a membership, insurance billing membership. I've got a lot of different things, irons in the fire. It's a lot. And even though I've hired help, I'm still working constantly. I find myself sort of like obsessed with it, even at night, just like, oh, I better go on Facebook and make sure I haven't missed any posts that need approval in my insurance group or, it's a lot. So I'm working on putting my phone down at night. This is an ongoing struggle for me, just putting it down and trying not to be too engaged with that stuff in the evening, spend more time with Ken, watching TV or just hanging out, eating dinner together without just my face and my phone. So I've been really working on that. I hope it'll stay. I've been doing it like maybe 2 weeks. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'll check in with you next time about it. So business-wise, the income streams, I wanted to talk about what's going on with those. So we just had an audit webinar with Gabby, Juliana Vigliani. I don't know if you guys know her. She's amazing. She did a live webinar with my audience. And I think we had, I don't know, like 150 signups or something. It was amazing, but it was about how to survive an audit, an insurance audit. She went through her progress notes, her treatment plans. She gave tidbits and details about the audit she went through and how to help you be prepared if you're going to have an audit. A lot of people don't know, even if you're an out-of-network provider, if you give super bills, you can still be audited because the insurance company is paying the client based on the services you're providing. So they can even come and audit you that way. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I'll leave the link here in the show notes so you can also check out that webinar if you want to. The replay is available. I highly recommend it. I think it's excellent. It even prompted me to add some things to my notes, including writing the objective and the goal inside of my progress note. I used to do that. I think I got away from it, but now I'm back doing that thanks to Gabby's course. So let's see, what else do I have going on? Okay, so coming Black Friday, I'm so excited about this. I have an insurance billing course and I have an insurance billing membership. Traditionally, the two things have been two totally separate projects. Well, I've decided I'm putting it all together. So I have 2 totally separate products. Basically, I've got the course and I've got the membership. Now, people could buy both together if they wanted to, but I had them both totally separate. But right now, I've got a whole new platform and this thing called Kartra. It's a platform where you can build courses and email lists and all that stuff. So myself and my business manager, we have been building out an entirely new membership. So this membership is going to include my entire billing course, which covers literally every single aspect of insurance billing and the membership. And every single webinar I've ever done, like that one I just talked about with Gabby, every single webinar, every single like one-off training I've ever done, every single training that's ever been presented in the membership, which is over like 50 trainings, I think now. All of that is going to be in one portal, basically, and it's going to be a monthly membership for $47. So anybody that, well, Black Friday deal is going to be cheaper, but it's going to be $47 after Black Friday. So anybody that purchases that will get all of that material plus the membership, which is every single week we have a live billers meeting with myself and 2 actual billers that are certified and understand every aspect of billing. I know some of it, but they are the true experts. So it's the 3 of us every single week at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. We go live in my Zoom room and also stream it into our private Facebook group. So people can ask us questions beforehand or during, or come into the Zoom room and talk to us right there if they want to. So it's an amazing membership. We have that private Facebook group. Anytime anything comes up, myself or the billers, we try to answer right then. But if we can't, we will hop on a Zoom with you. We'll send you a BAA so we can look into your EHR, your simple practice, your therapy notes, and figure out exactly what's going on. If you're having problems setting things up or getting denials or anything like that, we do that live component in the membership. So I'm super excited to offer all of this together. The back end's been a bit of a nightmare, trying to get it all straight and organized and a sales page and all that stuff that comes with building these income streams, but it's almost ready. In my insurance billing Facebook group, we're going to do a 2-day free live event for anybody that wants to come join it. It's just going to be free, but it's basically going to, on Monday, the 21st of November, we're going to have 4 training modules that we're doing. So we're starting at 11:30 and we're going till 1:30 p.m. Eastern on that Monday, November the 21st, 2022. And we're having a credentialing 101 module. We're having, I'm contracted, now what's next? We're having, I've seen my first client, now what do I do? And then we're going to have some education around ERAs and EFTs and how to set up your systems properly so your money's just coming directly into your bank account. You're not having to worry about depositing checks and all that. So we're doing all of that free in my Facebook group, Insurance Billing for Telehealth Practitioners, and the links down here in the show notes after this podcast. So if you want to come to that, I hope you will. It's that Monday, and then that Tuesday, we're doing 2 live Pick Our Brain sessions, which is actually what we do every single week in the Bill Like a Boss membership. So it kind of will show people what we do and how we help people. But basically, we're going to just be there, the 3 of us, to let you pick our brains about any of the topics that we talked about on Monday or just any other questions you have. We're doing an hour in the afternoon and an hour at night. So I think we're doing 12 to 1 Eastern and then 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern. And all of that's going to be free to anybody that's in my Insurance Billing for Telehealth Practitioners group. So I'm super excited about that. And then we're introducing the new membership right after that for the Black Friday deal. So I hope you guys will come to that. I'll put the links down below. And I think that's it. I think that's all I've got for my month 8 update. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts about anything I talked about so I can adjust what I'm doing. I always love your tips and tricks. But anyway, I will talk to you next month. I'll be coming to you from, where are we going to be? Cape Canaveral. We'll be there for a month. All right, well, take care, and I can't wait to bring you the next episodes of the Traveling Therapist podcast. Now, here's a question for my listeners. How many times have you told your clients that you can provide them with a super bill since you're not in network with their insurance? We know that every insurance plan is different, including out-of-network benefits. And it's such a hassle for your clients to call their insurance company to figure out coverage. Superbill is the solution. Superbill's widget can provide benefits checks in real time. Input your client's insurance information, and within a matter of seconds, you and your client can see their benefits and estimated reimbursement for mental health services. And the support doesn't stop there. Superbill supports you as a provider and helps your clients utilize their out-of-network benefits. Superbill's team of insurance experts will file their claims directly with the insurance payer. From there, your client can track their reimbursement status online and lean on Superbill's team to resolve any rejected claims. When your clients save time and money on their therapy, you can retain them longer, and it's a win-win situation. Let Superbill do the heavy lifting for seamless out-of-network insurance claims. Visit thesuperbill.com/Kim Tolson to sign up. That's thesuperbill.com/KYMTOLSON. And get your first month free when you use the promo code Kim Tolson. Thank you so much for listening to the Traveling Therapist podcast. For show notes, links, and downloads, head over to thetravelingtherapist.com, where you'll be able to learn more about my journey, the courses I've created for you, and other exciting resources to make your dreams become a reality. If you've enjoyed this episode, please share with your traveling therapist friends, subscribe to the podcast, and if you love this episode, please leave a review.